As Moana 2 finally sets sail into theaters this weekend, fans of the hit 2016 musical finally get the chance to catch up with the beloved titular wayfinder, Ollie Cravalho, and her demigod pal Maui, Dwayne Johnson. While the creative team obviously drew inspiration from the first Moana movie, during a Critics' Choice Association roundtable, Disney Animation's chief creative officer Jared Bush, directors Jason Hand and Dana LaDue Miller, who co-wrote the film with Bush, and songwriting duo Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear shared which other films in Disney's storied filmography inspired them in the creative process. Both Hand and Bush cited The Little Mermaid as an influence. Though it may seem obvious that that would be their go-to, what with both movies following a young woman seeking a life outside the confines of her community, not to mention the heavy emphasis on the ocean, for the pair of them, it really came down to the music and the emotion conveyed through it. As Bush explained, that movie changed a lot for me, but also just the amazing scope and emotion that you can bring to life in a musical. Hand added to that sentiment, saying he wore out his copy of The Little Mermaid as a child, and added, while Barlow agreed that The Little Mermaid was a favorite, with her and Bear assuring the others they do in fact know what a VHS is, she cited a different Disney Renaissance film as an inspiration for herself and Bear, saying that the pair often look to Belle, the opening number from Beauty and the Beast, because it's so perfect. She added, it's like the perfect opening number, and I think we revisited that a couple of times when we wrote We're Back. For co-writer and co-director Dana LaDue Miller, her work on Moana 2 was a combination of looking at the films of Disney's past, and also looking at her own Pacific roots, and the culture of the Pacific. She also named The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast as favorites of hers, along with fellow Disney Renaissance classics Aladdin and The Lion King, saying they stood out for the way they told their stories with such humor and such heart. She added, as with the first movie, production on Moana 2 also included their in-house Oceanic Cultural Trust, featuring a range of experts from across the islands of the Pacific, in fields from language to dance to navigation. For LaDue Miller, the trust was also a key component in telling the story they wanted to tell as authentically as possible. She went on to say that the trust was also not afraid to tell us when they disagreed with the direction we were going, adding,